What's going on, people? It's Cullan from the Central Club podcast, and today emotions are running high because we're about to go into an environment that I haven't been since I had opiates in my system. If you remember a few months back, we interviewed the Cardiff City legend Jay Bothroyd, and on that podcast we spoke about another infamous footballer, Jeanne. When I told Jay that Leon was in prison, he mentioned we should go visit him. And since that podcast, we've had an email off Dave Parker from the Cardiff City Foundation, who has invited us not only to go and see Leon, but also to hand out certificates to the inmates who are taking part on that course. They've told us we're allowed to bring the cameras in, so fingers crossed we can get some of that footage with Leon and the inmates today. Stay central. Right, it's giving me PTSD. Here's the man. There he is. What's happening? What they say to you? Yeah. You alright?
Yeah, man.
Good to see you, brother.
You alright?
You've already checked in, have you?
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother. I've been to Cardiff, Birmingham, Stoke.
So what was the longest time you spent in prison?
The longest was one sentence was 12 months. They were always short sentences because I was shoplifting, but that's still a big sentence for shoplifting. They're normally like 2 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But because I'd go out of the area, it was more like organised and the value was very high.
Yeah.
The max they can give you for shoplifting is 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, so 2 years do one, like, you know.
What's Leon done?
He's always in and out.
That's what I mean.
He just needs to get that break, don't he, really, where he can just...
It's hard though, isn't it?
It is hard, bro. It is hard. When you've known that for so long.
Like my friend just came out from, he'd done like about 7 or 8 years. And like, you're just starting again, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're starting life all over again from the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's hard because you get no help because you've got a criminal record.
Yeah.
And
you can't just go under the cover, can you, and start a new life, especially with someone like Leon, with his name in the tabloids as a failed footballer. It must be hard, man.
It was nice to reminisce with Jay on growing up, being a product of your environment, and people taking the wrong path in life.
So many people who either make it in football away from, because they stayed away from crime.
Yeah.
And then how many do we know who could have made it?
Exactly.
But went into crime.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I grew up with a lot of good players. Like where I grew up in Islington, we had a great side. We didn't really lose even, but
yeah,
a lot of those players have done time. You even professional, like players do time in the end. Like I grew up with some professionals that had like professional contracts at clubs, and they ended up doing some time and getting up to mischief and doing badness. So it's easy to fall onto that path when you feel like nothing's going for you. You don't know what's going on at home.
No.
With their families and whatnot. They might not have the support that, for example, I did with my family, where they'd take me football. Like there was a few teammates that I had that were from South London. Their parents never ever went to a football match.
Yeah.
So at least I had that part of the support system where my parents would say, come on, let's go football. I'm taking you to Arsenal, blah, blah, blah.
I think, we'll see what they're doing in here now, but it's obviously a good thing that a foundation like Cardiff City have gone into prisons, because a big thing is rehabilitation, isn't it? Like, it's about giving people a second chance. And one thing that I remember struck me when you spoke about Leon in that podcast was saying, if he had the support network that we have now in football,
100%.
He could have made it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I think now it's all about support system, rehabilitation, all that kind of stuff. Even me, like when I left Arsenal, I threw my shirt and it hit the youth team manager at the time, and it was like, nah, this kid's, he's got talent, but, so it's not for us, and they sold me. But even that, nowadays, I'd probably get sent to anger management, probably speak to a therapist or whatnot. I'd have that support system, but back then I didn't. back then Leon didn't. I remember the first time I met Leon, we was playing Ipswich away, and we was like 15 years old, and like we was waiting from outside. Like it was literally, I think he got a cab from Cardiff to Ipswich.
Wow.
Because that's how much Arsenal liked him.
Wow. We'll pay your travel, don't worry. Yeah, one of them, like, just get here.
Exactly, that's what it was, because he was that good and they see that much potential in him. But then, yeah, like, I mean, the last time I see Leon in Cardiff, I was like, you know, it's time to get your life on track, man. It's like, you only get one of these, you got to make the most of it. You got kids, you got a family, you know, they depend on you as well. That's what I mean.
Are you excited to see him?
I am, yeah, I am. I mean, I wish I could see him under different circumstances outside of the walls, but yeah, I'm excited to see him. He's a good lad. I've always had a good rapport with him. Even when we was playing, I was like, he was funny, you know, and that's what I was all about, you know, having a laugh, having a joke, but playing football as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone, all the other inmates as well, because it's important that if I can give them a positive reaction, you know, there might be people in there doing a longer stretch. Yeah, of course. You know, so if I can give them their memories, have a chat with them, maybe it's something that they can take into their lives when they come up.
Let's just hope there's no Swansea fans in there.
As we arrived at the visiting centre to sign in, we were approached by the Cardiff City Foundation. This was the first time myself and Jay met them, and as you can imagine, there was a lot of chat about Jay's time at Cardiff City.
People want to do different things, right? And if you just say, stay in, like, it might not be to your benefit, right? And then you'll end up rebelling and be like, I'm going out anyway. Whereas he was just like, do what you want, but just like Thursday, Friday, you can't do anything. He didn't really have to do much, as in discipline-wise.
Was that when Craig was there as well? Because apparently he was like that.
He came and he was, you know, Bella's likes a night out as well, but he prepares and he recovers really well as well. And he, like I said on the pod, he was great for me personally, because I could see firsthand what he was doing. And I was thinking, because at the time he was like in his 30s, I was I was late 20s. So in my mind I was thinking, man, I need to start doing this so I can play longer. So he was great for me in that respect. But then on the pitch as well, it was like link up play and everything was really good as well.
Okay, it's time to go into the prison. I'm not gonna lie, I was touching cloth. I was nervous. The high gates, the big walls, the uniforms. You know, this is the first time I've been in prison since being a prisoner. Let's hope I get through security.
Before I got
And you haven't been in yet?
No, I'm saying I'm used to someone fiddling with my jeans.
Swimming in the pocket.
I only put my phone in there.
I'm just going to search your book, okay?
Don't read it.
No, I won't. I just have to search through the pages.
That's okay, love.
Okay. Thank you. Any smartwatches on or anything you shouldn't have? No. Sure?
Yes.
Okie doke.
A lighter, sorry.
Yeah, that shouldn't come in and it's not allowed in, so you need to take that. Oh, sorry, I'll have to confiscate that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who's babe?
That's mine.
You can't take any of them.
I thought there was a box, like, sorry, I didn't know.
You're going into a prison, you can't take things like that. Can I have your name, please?
Cullan.
Is this your book?
Yes.
I can't write it in yours.
Just take a bit of paper out if you want.
No, is it?
You sure? Oh, we got the same book.
We got the same book.
That's mad, isn't it?
It's not.
I'm used to this.
This guy's a character, isn't he? Right, what's your name, please?
My name's Cullan.
Callum.
C-U-L-L-A-N.
C-U.
Double-L.
Double-R.
L. Double-L. Do you want me to write it for you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're having a nightmare today, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. With this one.
Is that okay?
Right. And what are you in here for?
The Cardiff City Foundation. Giving out certificates.
Right, I'm going to confiscate this vape now. So you can't have your vape back and neither can you have your lighter back, okay?
That's fine.
So for that...
You can give his money back, can't you?
No, very good start.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Wasn't over there.
Okay.
Right.
They only said put your phone away. I didn't realise.
No,
I'm
it's
so
all
sorry.
your personal stuff as well, alright?
Sorry, lovely.
It's okay, it's fine. Just don't, if you ever come in here again,
Don't.
just round your waistband, okay? Sure, now you've got nothing else in here. Okay. There we are. If you'd like to turn around for me, please.
You would think he would know, innit? After spending time in prison.
I know.
you know.
Finally, we made it past the final boss. We are now officially beyond the wall. This was the moment we had to switch off our cameras. As you can see, the officer is actually pointing at Harrison. We tried our best to keep the cameras rolling, but for obvious reasons, security reasons, we had to switch them off. So right now we're being debriefed of what we're allowed to film, what we're allowed to talk about. And I'm not going to lie, I thought we weren't going to be let past the visiting centre. But thanks to Jay's persuasion, he has nagged the officers to go and visit the wings. And we're about to. I can't wait. Okay, so as we were on our way to the gym, we only managed to see a 4G pitch. Now come on, with the Cardiff City Foundation and former legend Jay Bothroyd, we have to take this opportunity. Crossbar challenge.
If I'm honest, I don't want to mess up my trainers.
I didn't mean to aim at you, I promise.
Oh, that's flat.
That's poor.
That's flat.
From here, yeah, Jay?
Crossbar challenge.
From here, yeah?
Crossbar challenge then. Come on then. Awful.
Oh,
Awful.
better than you, mate.
Nah, mate. What? Crossbar. No.
Woo. Oh! Ah!
To be fair,
He had it first time. He said he played Welsh League.
there you go.
Oh, Jay, what's going on?
I normally hit the back of the net, not the crossbar. There you go.
Supposed to be a striker.
I'm breaking my shoes here.
He's not used to 4G.
Whilst we were on the pitch, we thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk to the lads at the Cardiff Foundation about the work they actually do within the prison and the impact it has on the inmates.
So basically, through the Cardiff City Foundation and the training project and the Ministry of Justice, we provide a qualification in literacy to upskill the prisoners in their literacy skills. So hopefully, it helps them with not reoffending when they go out. Hide that with the fact that we do it with football, so we give them a level 1 football qualification as well. So yeah, it's a 6-week course. It's blended in terms of their learning, so they get a bit of literacy, bit of football, and by the end of it, they're level 1 qualified coaches and level 1, level 2 literacy qualified as well. So then that enables them then to have something on paper when you go out, if they're applying for jobs and whatnot. So yeah.
Do you help them with the 12 points they come out?
That's something that we're trying to work out in terms of getting in contact with Cardiff City, but they are able to get in contact with the training project.
So it's not just 6 weeks in here. Once they come out,
and see where we can get them involved in the community if that's a possibility, and they pass their DBS and whatnot. Extend that so it's more holistic in that way.
Yeah, so. Of course, you said if they pass their DBS, they definitely got criminal records.
Yeah, so
it just depends on what.
It depends the level of the offence, I think. So I think with a level 1 coaching qualification, you're only looking at voluntary work within clubs anyway. So, and a lot of prisoners have children, and they go and coach their children's teams, etc. So they're able to go and get involved voluntary and have that maybe connection with their children once they leave this environment.
So that's what I was saying to see. I was saying that, like, obviously, you do your time here, but life is all about rehabilitation.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And second chances, and this is why we were saying that it's great what you're doing at Cardiff City Foundation, but obviously once they come out, you need that extra bit of support as well, because
definitely
you need a chance, especially with a criminal record. If you've got a criminal record, people just look at you and say, no, not for me. So they need that extra bit of support to actually go and do something.
And we have to break down barriers, don't we? Yeah.
And that's where the twinning project to come in handy as well, because they've got that extra further support they could do outside of the prison more than we can. Yes, they're welcome to come and see us at Cardiff City Community Foundation, and we can help them. If it's not directly on the pitch working with people, we can help them in the football industry. So there's hospitality, there's retail, there's other aspects of the club that are quite big and that still needed. So they can still feel as though they're around the atmosphere. Football is one thing.
A lot of people that I speak to say, it's all well and good saying, kick racism out of football and, wearing a t-shirt, taking a knee, but it's actually like enforcing it. What are you actually doing about it to make changes? Sometimes you're going to have to ruffle feathers and do things that might not go down that well, but if there's change and you push it, then obviously that can help in a big way. So I think what you do, Cardiff City's doing is
And it's that lived experience as well. Like we work with other partners like St Giles Trust, the Prince's Trust as well, and there's more support for people around that. So if we're well connected with other organisations, if we're not we're not precious over that, we're not the be all and end all, but if we can help on that person's journey, good stuff there.
But as this prison is in Cardiff, I think you are the be all and end all.
Yeah.
Well, Swansea as well, but
That's right.
On the way through.
Parc Prison,
I'm getting stick from Swansea fans already.
Parc Prison are great as well. We've been working here for 15 years coming into this prison, so we know the difference that it can make to somebody.
Well, I think that, going back to lived experience, that's somewhere where I come from. I've been in and out of prison for a long time. To come in and do this is really special, so thank you to you guys. What's the most rewarding thing that you get out of coming into the prisons?
The most rewarding thing for me is to see that so it's a full-time education course that they're on, essentially, so something that a lot of these guys have never even done before they came into prison. So some wouldn't have come through school, wouldn't have done that. So to actually see them do it, stick it out as well, get a lot from it. The camaraderie between the group is always great to see as well. And some of them have written letters to us at the end of it. It's the first letter they've ever written. Yeah. And it's the first book they've ever read, through the Ian Wright autobiography that they've read. And so for some of them to come home one day and say, I really look forward to going to see my child now. I can read them a bedtime story for the first time. It's going to be massive, and you can't put a price on that.
But again, like I touched upon with being able to reconnect with their children through football and that coaching qualification and having that sort of like something to hold on to. Okay, I'm level 1 qualified and go to my son's team, and I can be part of that. I can introduce stuff that I've learned from a coaching perspective. So from my perspective, I go a little bit deeper than a level 1. I wanted them to know a bit more about the theory to why we coach and what the best thing is about coaching in terms of how you connect with 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, right? So that's it from me in terms of if they get that experience and clear, then there's lots of transfer of our skills, like not just in football or in terms of anything.
No, so like exactly.
weird. You've been in here and you've rehabilitated yourself, and now you're an example of what they could be. Yeah. So me, I'm speaking from a point of view that, if they want to speak to me and get in touch with me on my podcast and for me, I still think I'm so happy to be here. Yeah. So I can actually speak to the inmates and give them that kind of positive note, encouragement. If they want to ask me questions about me growing up or anything like that, I'm here to speak to them. That's great. I think.
Jay started speaking to us about a topic we spoke about on the podcast before, IPP sentencing. The gym officer had mentioned that there's an inmate who's been in for 20 years on a 2-year tariff. Unbelievable.
Right, you could be out for 2 years, get down for a speeding fine, and you're back in.
Sad, isn't it?
Fine.
Yeah, or speeding.
Yeah. I know someone who we interviewed. Obviously, if you're in, say like you were given 2 years, and you end up doing 5 years on your IPP, your head's going to be shot in it. You're probably going to get on drugs in jail and that, So when you come out, people are too scared to go to their probation officer and say, look, I'm on drugs, I need help. People go, deeper into it then, don't they? Because their probation will recall them for anything.
Okay, we've been to the football pitches, we've been to the gym. There's only one other place we need to go now, and that's on the landings. We actually went over to T Block. We wasn't allowed to film, but the mic stayed on. Let me tell you, what a bizarre feeling it was to walk into a prison with former inmates that I have shared cells with before, and to actually go into one of the cells kind of gave me PTSD, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it, bro? How are you? Yeah? Did you watch it? Yeah. What did you see? Was it a Crime Watch one, was it? On Crime Watch, like? Seriously? Oh, the Drugs Map of Britain. The crack one. I was in Newport on that. It's good that I'm doing it. I'm buzzing they let me in here, like. Feels weird though, like. Yeah. But you're out next week, are you? Oh? Hey, nice to meet you, bro. Take care, right? Good luck, bro. Ta-da. Yes, brother.
And as we leave the block, the same time as the inmates going for education, there he is, Leon Jeanne.
How are you, man?
I'm alright, man.
Yeah?
Obviously, I've had a bad year last year.
Yeah?
My boy died in a crash,
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I thought I'd just come down and see you, man.
Oh, bro, it's lovely to see you, though.
No, it's great to see you too, man.
Bro, honestly, you've been a monster.
I was speaking to your son, innit, on the Instagram and stuff.
Yeah. What's happening? Mad seeing you in here, bro.
Lovely, yeah.
You're in Liverpool.
Oh, serious.
Bro.
Obviously, they know
How long they give you?
name, innit?
Yeah.
So,
At least you got your hairline done, innit?
I need to do that again.
What a beautiful feeling for myself and Jay. Jay's there reunited with Leon, haven't seen each other for a good 20 years. And myself bumping into old inmates.
That was mad.
it's just like,
How was that? Seeing all that, men?
Man, it's emotional as well, you know, because when you hear their stories, and you said there's a few on IPP, is it?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like they're saying, I asked one of the inmates as well, I said, like, when you first came in here, the first week, the first few days, what's it like? He was like, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst because you got that positivity, like, I'm gonna get out. But when you actually accept it, that's when things get easier.
Yeah.
But they were saying that it's so hard. But just seeing them there, like, you know, being around them, speaking to them, like, them asking me questions, you know, about football and what they're saying. They watch me, and it's, I mean, I just hope that I can just touch one soul.
Yeah.
And if one person comes out and's like, you know, seeing Jay or whatever, speaking to him has helped me progress in life, and, you know, it's amazing. And then I see Leo, my boy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just emotional, man. He's such a, do you know what the thing is, what I love about Leon? He's always got the same positivity.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's happened to him, he's always got a nice big smile, he's always like positive and whatnot. Yes,
Yeah.
he's done, you know, the wrong things, but he's still got that kind of personality that's
Glowing.
it's endearing. Do you know what I mean? You just want to be around him. He's
Yeah.
got that nice kind of character. So, I mean, to be here is, obviously, I wish it was different circumstances, but, I mean, it's nice to like speak to the inmates.
It's positive to see him when he's, you know, in a bad place, because you're kind of uplifting that spirit.
That's what I mean.
Whether it's
like,
just for today or not.
I mean, even Leon, like, it's great because he's my friend, I grew up with him, but everyone that's
Yeah,
here,
they
I
were
can
all
lift up
there.
everyone's spirits. I mean, it's priceless to me.
Yeah.
Like that, you know, there's no amount of money that can give me more happiness than that.
Definitely.
It's crazy.
We had a few inmates who took part in the Cardiff City Foundation to talk about their time on the course. Was it a positive experience? Would they like to see this continue? And are they going to use any of their skills when they get back out into the community?
now,
Yeah, currently on the course.
so how are you finding it? And
It's been great for my confidence, got me back being active. Different ways of coaching as well, it's been brilliant. Lost a few pounds, that's helped as well. I mean, confidence, mental health's been brilliant. Back being in the team again, no, it's been really good.
I was saying earlier to the guys here, I think what they're doing is fantastic, but I said that you're doing this course and it's great, but they need to give you support when you come out as well. Of
course, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you come out, you've got a criminal record, but they need to help you get that opportunity where you can enforce what you've learned inside.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a problem, isn't it? Coming out and having that support when you're out.
Yeah.
Having support in here with these two guys has been brilliant. But when you get out, that's what we need. More progression to get better,
Yeah.
more opportunities, and hopefully that will help now.
Yeah.
Things like this should hopefully help us on the out. And if you carry on from the outside as well would be nice.
Yeah, because I think you've got something, you know, you can coach, and you know, you've learned how to do it, and there's obviously coaching on the other side, on the outside, with kids, and to help them progress.
Course,
so they
yeah.
don't, you know, it's going to help them, so maybe they don't end up in here as well.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
just the ones that make it, it's the ones that you can help and put positivity into their life
Absolutely.
as well.
And I'm sure a lot of us have got kids as well. I've got my son as well.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to get involved with him.
How old is your
Football's
son?
like he's 6.
I've got a 6-year-old as well. Yeah.
So getting him into football and stuff like that, helping him, it'd be great to watch him grow up and do stuff like that as well.
Exactly, it's perfect. Well
If
done,
you
man.
Thank you.
If you wasn't on the foundation, what would you be doing now in the jail?
I'm a mentor on my wing, so I'm a young adult mentor, but it's literally you're sat there, you're trying to help people as much as you can, but still, you're sat on the wing really dying.
Twiddling your thumbs.
Yeah, not doing a great deal, so this has been a massive help. Good for your mental health as well.
For-
Obviously doing classroom-based work, we're obviously doing coaching work as well.
Yeah.
It's been real good.
For your, obviously you spoke about mental health, and obviously I've asked a few people that I've met already, but for you personally, when you first came in here, how was that for you, and how did you, how long did it take for you to get your mind into a positive state?
It's hard. It's my first time in, so obviously, yeah, leaving my little boy, I was very close to him. That's the hardest.
Yeah.
That's the hardest, leaving him at home. But I'm quite headstrong, to be fair. So in my head, I'm just like, right, crack on. Every day's moving forward.
Yeah.
And I want to try and make the most of every time I'm in it.
100%.
And anyone, all of us boys, don't we all have a laugh. We all have our down days and that.
Yeah.
Try and pick yourselves up, innit?
Yeah.
Always keep moving forward, look forward. There's no point dwelling on anything. We're here now. Deal with it.
Quality. Love that.
Honestly, I'd recommend it more if you could get it going again.
Yeah. Hopefully it does. Hopefully you guys are working at it, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Hopefully, you know, us being here today, you know, as much as, you know, it's positive for you guys to see us, like for me, seeing you guys is like, you know, it's
strange,
great as well. Yeah, it's great. It's strange, yeah. I mean, I've been
first time in jail?
Yeah, like in here, yeah. I've been into visiting rooms with my, you know,
Going up to the wing.
my friends back in London, but I haven't actually been onto a wing. So to see it, it you know, it hits home.
It's a bit of an
eye
eye-opener.
See the rooms, like it hits home.
Yeah. Especially if you're on a lockdown, that you're just sat in these four walls for time, hours upon end.
So you have to.
It's a lot of thinking time then. Do you know what I mean?
I heard you went Thailand.
Yeah, I've been Thailand. Yeah. Hey, that's a whole different story. That.
But with football, I feel like you've either got it. Like I'm like, you'll speak like I've got two left feet, right? I've got the right idea. I've got my heart's in the right place here. But I see the ball coming to me, and I'm like, right, this is it. And then next thing you know, I'm like, oh, it goes through my legs or something.
You know, one thing I would say though, and this is what I see now. Obviously, I talk about football on television now. I've retired, but I think now more than ever, if you're a good athlete in the Premier League, you can have a really good career.
Yeah.
Whereas before, like when I was first coming up, you had to be really good technically. Now, if you're a really good athlete, you can be successful in football. I think that's the differences.
I think what coming to jail, like not just like with the it has opened up a little bit of a passion for football. I'll be honest with you, because before coming to prison, I always looked at football as a bit naff. Do you know what I mean? I was like, football is shit. Like, do you know what I mean? And all the talk that goes along with it as well.
Yeah.
Like thinking on this transfer window and all this million. I was like, what the fuck are you on about? Do you know what I mean? But now I'm starting to like get into it a little bit and like.
Who do you support?
Well, I did support Liverpool, but I watched the quarter-final the other day.
But then you'd have glory support if you stopped supporting.
Oh, mate, no, I do. My nan supported Liverpool, like, so I've always sort of like looked to them. But I did watch that quarter-final the other night, like, and it was
a good game,
like,
though.
I know.
Good game, though.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like 2-2 at full time, wasn't it? And then, no, fuck.
Okay, it was a great game for the neutral.
Yeah. It was
for the neutral was a great game.
Yeah. It was.
After listening to some of the participants about their experience, it was time to hand out certificates and take photos with the inmates. But the boys who took part in the course wanted to hear some stories of Leon themselves, so we managed to get him up to talk.
I was at Arsenal from like 10 years old, and then we got to like, was it 14 or 15? Yeah. And then we're playing like away at Ipswich. And I see this guy turn up. I'm thinking, who's this guy? Like he's getting driven. Yeah, he's getting driven to the stadium. Like normally, like we're coming in the coach and stuff, and he's getting driven and dropped off like royalty. And then like I was like, who's this guy? And he's like, then we start talking. What position do you play? And he's like, oh, I play like a float.
Across from the ground, wasn't it? Remember that?
Yeah, in the ground. Yeah. And then obviously we got on the pitch, and it was like, okay, he's a baller. And then we grow up, it's like we connected. Yeah, we just connected. And it was like on the pitch we connected, off the pitch we connected. It was a good relationship. But I have to say, I'm not just saying this because he's here, but like he is one of the most naturally gifted footballers that I've seen. And I've grown up with Thank you, bro. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, well, I come through at Arsenal, I was there when I was 14, 15. Then I went, Bruce Rioch was there, and he got sacked and he went to QPR. Yeah. And then I went to QPR with Bruce Rioch. Then I broke into QPR's team at 17. Yeah, and then went from there.
Wait.
And right, what we've all been waiting for, that priceless half-hour sit-down with Leon Jeanne, the Wonder Kid.
That's my mate there, man. Yeah. Is it that? Is it? I said, player. I said, type in Jay Bothroyd all his goals, right, Renz? This is the other day. So he typed in, he said, Dad, scored some goals, right? Serious, and he Renz? I said, he's serious, isn't he? I said, you're going to be like that. He said, Jay, do you know when you see this kid play? When you see you'll go to me, wow, he is next level.
You know what the thing is, when I was speaking to him, he was telling me about some of his games and he's got, like, I wish I had my phone here because you could hear the messages.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, he's a cute kid.
Yeah.
I said to him, are you okay though? And like, he was, you know, then his
I think
mum messaged me and said like, he's a bit down. I think something happened or he lost a game or something like that and he was down about it and he didn't play.
He got a bit of a, like if they bring him off, to bring me off, like one of them.
I think he played up at age
and
didn't play.
Yeah.
And I think that upset him.
Yeah.
And I just said to him, listen, I said, even me, man, like, I didn't play every game. That's just football.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that. And he was like, oh, thank you so much for speaking to me.
Do you know, I used to be like with Jerry Francis, right? So remember they put the squad up?
Yeah.
They put the squad. I'd say to Jerry, am I playing? He said, no. I said, I'm not coming. I'm not travelling. Jump in my car and come back to Cardiff.
In a taxi?
No, I drive. I didn't have a licence. Yeah.
That's what I was.
The one time I got done for...
Funny you say that. When I got bought by Coventry, like getting bought by Coventry from Arsenal, people don't understand this shit.
That's massive.
£1 million.
That's massive.
Right? In '99 without playing a football match, right?
That's
a
massive.
lot of money. Like now, that's like all 20-30 million, right? So
That's massive.
So then I went there, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, wow, I got some money now. I'm gonna buy a car. So I bought the car. I didn't have a license.
That's what you do back then.
But the thing is,
Bellis didn't have a license for years.
I didn't.
You said that about
all my friends didn't have licenses, but they had cars. So I didn't even know I had to get a license to drive.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm driving without a license, and then one day I drove into training, and Gordon Strachan goes to me, "When did you pass your test?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "The test. You know, you got to have a driving test." I was like, "Because my mum don't drive." And my dad, like, he just had his BT van. So when we went places, I was in the back. I thought it was just for work, right? I didn't know you had to actually take your test. And then he said, yeah, don't drive no more. And he took my car with me and said, when you pass your test, you can get it back.
I remember the one time, right, I got done for drink driving, in Cardiff, Jerry's like, don't drive that car back. I don't drive. Drove it back. Listen to this. Do you know all the traffic on the motorway? I'm coming to training now, He's only next to me. He looked at me, he gone. Like that. I parked my car around the corner. He didn't say nothing to me. Didn't even mention it to me. Do you know the things I've done at QPR? Right. I have never seen anyone as a footballer do these things. Like in my whole time, I've never heard of it, Jay. So when I say like the things what I got to say about me as a footballer and the other side of things, like I think it will be massive. It'd be the biggest thing, right? I've never heard of it. Like things I've said and like what I've done and that. People are going to be like, what the? You got away with all this?
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I see.
Crouchy,
Crouchy's funny.
He's funny, you know.
Is he?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I got him his moves. Look at, do you mean?
With the robot thing.
No, I'm on about all the crosses I put in for him at QPR.
What do you need?
the assists.
He addressed and all that, so I'm going to put it on the assist.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, Jay. Like, Jerry ring me up and go, whoa. The one time, he rung me and he said, where are you? I said, Australia, I was in Cardiff, I didn't turn up for Wales. The first team squad, Wales, didn't turn up, I was partying and that. He said, what's the time over there then? I couldn't tell him. He said, stop your fucking lying, and come back to training. I didn't go into QPR for about two years. They were still paying me now, Then I was out in Cardiff partying for fucking 18 months to 2 years. I was partying, He's like, Lee, please just come back. I'm like, no, I don't want to come back up there. Then I went to Cardiff, but I had to he said, Lee, you just signed a new contract, 5-year contract. I said, yeah, but I don't like London. I hate it. I was living in Hanger Lane.
Was you?
On the left. Do you know the flats there? Yeah, I was living there, by there.
Did you ever want to play football then? Like, why did you not knuckle down? Did you just think that one day I'm going to do it?
No, I thought, look, right.
This is what I said, I said this to you off camera. I said, the thing about being a footballer is, once you get money, lifestyle
changes,
and you like the lifestyle. So I said it takes a special kind of person just to be consistent throughout your whole career, right? I said even me, like when you sign a new deal and all of a sudden you say, oh wow, man, I'm getting this each month now. Then all of a sudden I want to show it.
Because you're partying on the back of you being a QPR footballer.
So like me, I thought, listen, they can't sack me. I'm the best there. this is my mentality now. This is what I'm thinking. Yeah. Remember, I'm around all these different people. Yeah, like who are fucking just road man and this, that, right? So I'm not thinking. So I'm like, how can they sack me in the best year? Like I'd argue with the players on the coach, you're shit. I'd be like, Dad, you're shit. Like Keith Rowland and all that. But I'd be like, you're shit, you are. You're garbage. Like I'd have arguments. And then they'd put films on the coach, killing black people and all that. And you've got me, Chris Kwamia, Trevor, Slady, remember Slady? What's he doing with himself? He was, oh boy, no, yeah, I need someone to look after him. Good, okay, yeah. Well, I'm telling you now, by the time he's 16, 17, he's playing first team football and for Wales.
No, but he's got the best person in you.
Yeah,
to tell him where he went wrong.
Yeah, but what that's fine. But what I'm not on board with the other side of it.
Mentoring.
You know, like John saying, Jay, like to look after him. Just to look after him. Because Jay, when you see him play, you're going to go, wow. That's where you're going to go. He's playing against all the best players in the country. He's having played at the big trophies, played at the tournaments. Just to play there for him, Jay. They give you a few quid like to play for them over here. Like managers over here like asked you to play. I know you retired. If they say come play.
I could have. There was clubs that said to me, would you be interested in coming to play? And I was like, nah. The thing is for me,
Crouchy went and played for what's it called, didn't he? League One.
Where? Who? I didn't play League One.
No, Crouchy. No, he was supposed to be going to play at Albion.
Oh, someone said that. Yeah. Someone, but he won't go. No, he won't go.
It's like Foster went to
Mate, he earns so much money from his pod show. It's unbelievable. Like even when he does like appearances on television, even when he does TV stuff.
I need to do it.
You could do your own thing, and you do well. You was a baller, yeah. You was a name. I didn't have no fucking name when I got to the road.
No, but you know what the thing is. This is what I find. I think everyone that has a successful pod show or cast or channel or whatever, got a story. His story is great.
Yeah.
People buy into his story, right? It's not necessarily who he knows or what you do.
The story.
It's the story. Yeah. What you've got is gold. You've got a story.
Think of the connections you've got.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I was going to say to you, but when you come out, you're going to go stay and live in Cardiff still?
Well, the thing is, obviously, Loren, he's playing in Manchester, Liverpool. Like he trains on a Friday, Saturday, then he's got a game on a Sunday. So I'm going to be.
He's your focal.
Yeah, he's my focus a minute, just to what he's going. But obviously, I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. To be totally honest with you, like I'm a bit worried. Like.
I got to be honest. It was really, really emotional watching Leon walk back through that door with the officer. I could tell he was really grateful for myself and Jay to come, and to just be sat in the middle of them both was just magic. You know, I've done that walk a lot of times after leaving family and friends on visits. It's never easy, so respect to Leon, and I can't wait to see you on the outside, mate.
That was powerful.
Yeah?
That was powerful today, man. It really opened my eyes. I've been in some visiting rooms before, but actually going into the wing, seeing the inmates being around us like it was a free flow, it was an eye-opener for me, but to see them, the look in their eyes like they got positivity from it, which, you know, this is why I come here initially, you know, and then telling us about their stories. There's some inmates in there, you know, there's one that we met, obviously he's in there
2036 is his release date. And he's got another charge on top, but
he was
done
in
the
great
Cardiff
spirits
City Foundation and he's in great spirit.
Exactly, and he's done his coaching, and I mean that's the kind of reach, and that the fact that he's done that coaching course has given him that positivity to something to look forward to, even though it's a long time away. Yeah. So I think that's really positive for what Cardiff City are doing.
Yeah, I want to say a big thank you to them for and Parc, of course, for letting us in. They were so relaxed, to be fair. Like the fact we were able to go to the gym, onto the wings as well.
To be fair, the gym's got some
good gym.
There's some better gyms than gyms outside.
yeah. It's better than the Hilton I go to.
Exactly, yeah.
But it was great. You know, like you said, we went on free flow. We were actually on free flow with other inmates, and you could see the gravitation they had to both of us. I seen people in there that I knew from my past life, the way they noticed
Swansea
you.
Fans giving me
Swansea fans, yeah. I heard someone say a fat bastard. He must have been on about me though, not you. But no, it was great.
I tell you what, it was funny as well because, you know, when we're around them, like there was one guy that come up to me and was like, is that really you?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's cool like that. And it was just like, you know, that positive. I mean, today we gave them positivity, and it was great to put a smile on their faces.
Of course.
But I don't think they know that they gave me something as well. Yeah. They gave me something, you know, which, you know, I'm gonna take home and, go
and
away.
that's what I hope this has done for them, because I would like, from a personal perspective, some of them in there will see that I've gone in there, you know, as a civilian, not as an inmate, and that could give them some inspiration that, okay, even though I've got a criminal record, even though I'm doing a sentence, maybe I can just change my life and live a whole new life. Of course, you got to see Leon. How was that?
Special. To see him there, to spend time with him. You know, the last time I spent time with him was when I was at Cardiff, so that was like in 2010. That was the last time I see him, but actually being with him again, it just felt like I was with him last week. He's got great character, he's always got his shiny face, and you know, he's got real charisma. When I look at him and, you know, him saying that he's done, you know, he's got a family, he's got kids that he needs to look after, he's got that kind of personality that I won't be surprised if he goes and does something special with his life. It's not over for him, and today he told me that, and that resonated with me, man. It was kind of emotional for me because I've known him since I was like 14 as well.
Wow.
You know, so it's been a long
lifelong friend.
And this is another example of your career paths. You know, my career path went the right way, but his career path went the wrong way. And like I said, he was one of the most naturally gifted footballers that I've seen. But because of his network and people around him, he didn't take the right path. So, you know, I'm thankful that I did, but I'm thankful that he's still okay and he's going to come out with that positivity.
Yeah, definitely. Jay, thank you for coming, man. It's been a great day, brother.
Thank you, man.
I know.
Thank you for
Till next time, innit?
Thank you, Cardiff Foundation. Doing a fantastic job. I said that they got to get the inmates in when they come out. Got to support them the same way as when they're in, you know. So it was great.
Yeah. Big shout out to Cardiff City Foundation. Big thank you to Parc Prison again, and of course thank you to Jay for coming on down as well. Stay central.